Hello, Libra. Welcome to your monthly reading for September 2023. This is for Libra Sun and Libra Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional culture cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Libra. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, Libra, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So, Libra, this is a big month. It's a very big month, okay? It's a confusing month. It's a erratic month. It's a month where you're going to go like, what? But you're going to handle it fine, okay? Now, the first thing I want you to know is that Mars is in your sign, okay? Now, Mars is the only planet that is full steam ahead this entire month. Now, this is the interesting about September. The first 2 weeks of September are very different from the last 2 weeks of September, okay? It's very Jekyll and Hyde, all right? So keep that in mind. And I'm going to describe why it's going to be so different, but let's keep focused on Mars. Mars is in your sign. I've talked about this. Mars, the ruling planet for Aries, right? Where did Aries come from? Aries, the god of war. You are the sign of peace and harmony. So Mars does not like being in Libra. Mars does not like being in your sign. Mars is like, get me out of here. I want to go like that. Because Mars is really aggressive, okay? And Mars, it is a planet of ambition and drive and whatnot, but it can get really aggressive. And Mars is in detriment in your sign because it's opposite your sign. But it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. In fact, it's all about you and how you handle these energies. And if there are any challenges that come up. Now, Mars in Libra, that is in your sign. As I said, we're talking this is you. This is identity, okay? Your first house, it's even like your physical body. You could be thinking about having changes. There could be some even things that may happen with your physical body as well in terms of health matters, or you could be getting a tattoo or thinking about getting a tattoo. But even still, a lot of it's self-perception as well. Mars is going to really fuel that. Keep that in mind. I'm not going to lie, this month could be a big rebirth month for you, okay? Especially with Mars blazing forward in your sign. And then we also have the sun moving into your sign. Happy birthday, all right? That's going to happen later in the month. We'll talk about that. But this is a big thing, okay? This is a really big thing because the other thing that's happening is Mercury. Mercury in Virgo. The first 2 weeks of September, Mercury is retrograde in Virgo. This is a great thing, okay? Because it's giving you this time to really go deep. Introspection, really Virgo is that very analytical, detail-oriented, perfectionist energy sign, right? So really going deep to identify all these issues and challenges that you are just like, get this out of here. You're off the field, right? That kind of energy. So a lot of unrooting things at this time, all right? Mercury in Virgo is in your 12th house, which is the subconscious, which is your dreams. It's intuition. It's even, self-sabotage and also facing fears. So there is going to be a lot of spiritual work, a lot of spiritual growth, a lot of spiritual awakening, but there's also even on the conscious side, just you being aware of the things that you need to, things that are not working for you, things that you need to remove, and the things that will bring you happiness and joy. Now, the good news is, there's good news. There's actually a lot of good news. I'm building this up to make it sound like a crazy month already, but trust me, I'm ending with like all the great stuff that's happening in September. The good news is that Mars in Libra. Listen, you're a cardinal sign, okay? All the cardinal signs, they're all going to do fine with Mars in Libra. So the whole goal is to find that balance. If Mars gets really aggressive, if Mars gets, out of hand, okay, it's your job to take control of Mars, to really take matters into your own hands and really own it right now, okay? You know what September is? You are on a kayak, okay? That is what September is. You are on a kayak, and all your friends and all your families are on this little kayak, and they've all had a little bit too much to drink. They're all a little rambunctious. You got you got your friend Jennifer over here. She's still got the martini glass in her hand, and she's like tipping the kayak over in this side. You got your friend Marky over in the front, and Marky is got the ghetto blaster on his shoulder, and he's doing the any sort of 80s dance where he ain't even got the room to do it. It is your job to keep this kayak balanced, okay? It's your job. That's your duty. Mars is trying to rock the boat. We're trying to rock the kayak. Your job to keep it balanced and make sure nobody the kayak doesn't flip over. All right, so you can do this. You're Libra. You're the sign of balance, so you're gonna be fine. Okay, just know there may be moments where things get a little rocky. Okay, now here's and that's gonna be all of September. Mars is gonna be in your sign all of September up until October, leading up to do. I wish I had drums or even like a cowbell. The eclipse, the solar eclipse that's happening in your sign, okay? Mid-October. You're going to have big changes happening. In fact, a lot of y'all are already feeling it, okay? Have you seen your past readings? A lot of y'all are definitely going to be feeling it. So keep that in mind. Just make sure it's smooth sailing, all right, through September. You can do this, all right? A lot of emphasis on relationships and partnerships. Keep that in mind as well. Really, really just focus on that, let's work together energy, all right? Because you are the native ruler of the 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So there will be emphasis there. But again, take all this time to take action. Mars is all about action, all right? Keep that equilibrium. That word comes from you, by the way, equilibrium. If you break it down to its etymological root, equilibrium, equa, right? Equal, and then librium, Libra. There you go. So I hope that you learned something. I always try to give some sort of fun fact or something in every reading. But in any case, here's the good news. Venus is finally waking up. Sleeping Beauty is finally going direct on September 3rd. Okay, so even though she's waking up, think about just you waking up out of bed. You don't just jump out and go up, climb a mountain, right? You yawn and you kind of you go get your coffee. So Venus is still in its shadow, but at least Venus is going direct. So that's great already. So that's one planet that is no longer retrograde. That's September 3rd. And then the other planet, Mercury, is going direct on the 15th. So halfway through the month as well. So that's really great. Mercury will still be in Virgo. So you will still be in your head a lot. Did I tell you, pay attention to your dreams, okay? Really, really pay attention to your intuition as well. That's going to make all the difference for you this month, okay? Really tapping into your intuitive side. That is when you are in touch with your intuition, when you are in touch with your higher self, when you listen to your, inner voice, just bring all that energy, bring all that attention to your, your pineal gland. Okay. That's, where you're into it. It's that awareness. Have that awareness. Be awake. Be really aware this week, or this month. And that's going to be really nice for you. And it really is, honestly going to help you balance everything. Now, the other thing that's happening this month is that, we do have that new moon in Virgo, okay? So again, this is going to be a big breakthrough for you. This is going to happen mid-month. It's happening right after Mercury goes retrograde, or it actually happens the day before Mercury goes direct, all right? So keep that in mind, and also keep in mind I am filming this while Mercury is retrograde, so I am going to have some miscommunication slip-ups like I just did. But because it is in your 12th house, there is going to be this sense of freedom that I feel for y'all. Remember I said rebirth energy is going to be a big thing this new you, all right, Libra, this new you before you hit birthday season. And you know what, Libra? Everyone goes through this through their birthday season anyway. So it just coincidentally, all this planetary activity that's happening right at your birthday season is really, really good. Okay? Because when we all, everybody, like I said, when our birthday approaches, we have those moments. We ask the big questions. We reassess a lot of things. What have I done in my life? What do I want to do in my life? What's the next step? What's going to bring me happiness? What do I have to let go? Right? So it's going to be a big month for you. It's going to be a big month for you. Now, the other thing that's happening is we do have a full moon in Aries. All right. And so that is going to be at the end of the month, the last week of the month. It is, I want you to know this new moon, very exciting, very good. Okay. Uranus is very harmonious, so it could be very surprising. I haven't even talked about the 6 trines we have this month. That's great. We have 6 glorious trines. Okay. So look forward to that. Even though the first 2 weeks, all the planets are asleep except for Mars, and Mars is, he's got a water gun at your I Love Dry Sand party. You're taking care of business, okay? And things are going to be happening. Even if things feel like they're moving slowly, you will feel a lot of action, especially because of Mars. Now, what I was saying is that the full moon in Aries, that's right. So remember I said you are the sign of the ruler of partnerships and relationships. So there could be some activity around this time in Aries, because you have to remember that 2 months ago we had the North Node move into Aries, okay? Your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. It's going to be a big thing. So there could be some sort of closure in terms of that. Okay, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But let's see what's going on for you. If you are new to my channel, remember or you won't remember because you're new, but after I do your spread, stick around, because I pull more cards. I break it down week by week by week by week, and yeah, let you know. I haven't even told you the good news. Do you want to hear the good news, other than the 6 trines and the beautiful new moon that's going to bring a new opportunity for you, and this full moon in Aries that's really beautiful and very harmonious? The good news is on the 8th, the sun is trining Jupiter. This is the luckiest, best day of the month, and one of the luckiest, best days of the year. So, like I said, even though the first 2 weeks may be slow, maybe like you feel like you're going through quicksand, Mars is kind of like nipping at you, but then you also have all these amazing, like, we have a Mercury Cazimi on the 6th, and again, there's a lot of great aspects that I will discuss toward the end when I pull more cards for you. But let's go ahead and get started. Libra, let's see what's going on for you for the month of September. Again, this is for Libra Sun and Libra Rising. If you know your birth chart, and all the aspects that are happening will definitely affect Libra risings a lot more than Libras, but every Libra is going to feel everything that I just said, okay? Every Libra, all right? And if you want to read for your Venus and your moon, you're absolutely welcome to. I would recommend actually both this month, with Venus waking up, okay? And Venus is in your 11th house, your social network, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to, and your hopes, wishes, and goals, okay? And also, hey, the moon, that new moon in Virgo is going to be big, and the full moon in Aries is going to be huge. Huge. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you for September 2023. So, Libra, like I said earlier, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. It brings the best overview, in my opinion. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Libra, you know I love you. You're amazing. I am so happy that your birthday is coming up. I love my Libras. Y'all, come on. The ones that I have in my life, y'all really do bring this balance in this world. And y'all are so social. Y'all are actually really funny too. Did you know that, Libras? Libras make me laugh. Libra, let's get started. Wow. Okay. get out of your head unless you're unrooting things. But also, you're good. You're good. Look at this. You know, it's every sign has had very different readings. Wow. Let's get started. You got the Magician. When I say are going to have big changes in your life, a lot of rebirth energy. I mean, you just got the Magician in your past. So a lot of y'all are already going through it. A lot of y'all are already feeling it. A lot of y'all really want it. It's like this deep, deep desire, right? This really big, I want this now, okay? Put all your energy toward what you want. You got the Magician, okay? So you're kicking off this month with a brand new journey. Okay? We're kicking off the Fool's Journey. The first card number 1 in the Major Arcana is your journey, okay? Now, you see he has all 4 tools of tarot at his disposal. He's got the cups, the wands, the swords, the pentacles. You have the power to manifest whatever you want. You got the sign of infinity over your head. You got the symbol of the Ouroboros on your belt. Come on. Where do you want to direct that energy? Do you want more love? Do you want more, is it career? Do you want more money? Self-confidence? Where... A lot of y'all are probably thinking about that right now, too. You probably had that moment, too, especially with Mercury retrograde in Virgo. Remember, I said identifying all of those things, like really going deep to think about what you want for your future. So I absolutely love this for you. The Magician came up in your past. So it also depends on when you watch this reading where this is going to resonate. If you haven't really put any effort into anything or really have had that clarity in terms of what I want, where do I want to put this energy? Now is the time. Now is the time. You have a lot of power, okay? You have a lot of power to manifest whatever you want, anything you want, actually, okay? Just know where you want to direct that energy. Now, boom. Do people still say that? Boom? I don't know. Anyway, you got the 10 of Cups in the heart of your spread. Hello. You're good. Let me remind you, this is a monthly reading, not a weekly reading. This is a monthly reading. This is happy life, happy family, happy couple, happy home, happy children, happy everything. Happy everything, Libra, all right? You see the rainbow, the only rainbow in tarot indicating a promising future. You see the cups aligned in the rainbow, the cups bringing all that enlightenment, the cups, your emotions, feelings, intuition, okay? All of that. You're good. You are good. You're absolutely good. It's almost like there is a sense of you coming to the end of something too. And you're ready for the next level. You're ready to ascend. You're ready. Again, that rebirth energy that was coming up earlier. That's exactly what this is. Okay? Now, you did get the 2 of Pentacles in your challenge area. Okay? The biggest message that's coming through is that when I say Mars in Libra may really be a thing, really pay attention to it. Okay? This card is all about imbalance, and the imbalance is caused by either you taking on too much, you needing to make a decision about something. Be very aware of it now, all right? I feel like I don't have to tell you that. I feel like it's just going to happen naturally, whether you're aware of it already or will come to be aware of it. It's almost like it's just going to happen. So, but here we are with the 2 of Pentacles in your challenge area. It could be something work related, especially because it's Pentacles. But it could be something where you got to smooth things out now. All right. It is a month to smooth things out. But again, Pentacles are our physical realm. All right. So it could be something in your physical world. So it could even be like, if you're dating two people, or if you're coming out of a relationship, wanting a new relationship, what resonates with you? Where's that imbalance in your life? What do you need to like smooth over? Okay, how are you gonna balance your kayak? Right, that's the biggest thing. But think about that. Think about the thing that you need to do to bring that balance in your life. If you feel a shift tipping, the scale in one direction over another, all right. A big energy that's coming through is that. It could be something new that you've never had to really think about before or do before, but it's happening. Okay, so keep that in mind. There is going to be a sense of you bringing some balance. Something's going to like tip the kayak one side, and you're going to have to. And again, it may have to do with money. It may have to do with career. But again, pentacles are your physical reality. So what resonates with you, you will know this month. Okay, you will know this month. And again, it could also be the thing that you are manifesting. All right, the thing that you are putting all your energy into. There could be something that Mars really rocks it, and you just have to balance it back out. Okay, because I'm going to show you one thing here. You do see the pentacles; they are bound in the sign of infinity, right? So remember, he's actually one of only two people that have this symbol infinity over his head, but it is that infinite possibilities. It's the unity of all things, but it's still also saying, this is the juggler here, and he could be juggling his entire life. Okay, do you really want to be doing that? No, you want to drop one of these pentacles. You want to bring that balance in your life. Okay, so keep that in mind. You also got the Five of Swords in your crown. So again, this is more about you just being in your head. Okay, just you being in your head. There could be a sense of you just. There's a lot going on. Okay, again, I'm not surprised. Not surprised with Mars in your sign. Okay, at the same time that Mercury is retrograde in Virgo the first half of the month, and then going direct after that new moon, around that time of the new moon, which is in your 12th house of the subconscious. So a lot going on up here. All right. So remember, there's a time this month where you're just going to have to really unroot things. All right. But do it in a way that's graceful. Do it in a way that's like peacemaker, peacekeeper, diplomatic, right? You don't want to be the one that's holding these swords. You don't want to be the one that's, come at me broing, right? Even if it's in your physical world too, there could be something that you're thinking about that has been like conflicty, that could be just up here. It's almost like it's left like a bad taste in your mouth, or will leave like kind of like that bad taste in your mouth, and you just really want to just get all like angry fist. But just remember, you're the sign of peace and harmony. So keep that in mind. Bring that peace to anything, because at the end of the day, this is all about self-respect, self-dignity, choosing your battles wisely. All right. So it really is a time for you to do that. You will have a lot of like deep reflective moments this month, but just don't just again, know where you want to direct all your energy. Put all your energy toward that, and do it with grace and balance, and make sure that it is something that does stay balanced, where Mars doesn't really like rock anything. Mars doesn't really make anything like really crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, it could have to do with romance and love. It could be relationship matters, especially with the fact that you are the sign of that. And again, there's a lot of things happening this month. Venus, the planet of love, waking up, going direct, the North Node having moved into Aries, your seventh house. And then the fact that the Five of Swords is ruled by Aquarius, which is currently in your fifth house. Okay. It's in your fifth, Aquarius is your fifth house of love and romance. All right. So it could be some relationships stuff that maybe you're thinking about. It could be some fights or arguments not seeing eye to eye this month, but always be the better version of yourself. Always be the bigger person in a situation like that. Ask yourself, is this battle even worth it? Okay, is it even worth this? Right? Choose your battles wisely. Now, but again, it's got a lot of it is going to be up here for most Libras is a big thing. Okay, now you did get the Three of Wands in the root of your spread, so you do want change, and it's what's really kind of fueling you. There is this tug of war energy, but you do want change, big time, big time. Three is all about creation. It's the birth of new things. It's growth. It's advancement. Think about the 14th century. Think about the medieval times. They didn't have Netflix. They didn't have iPhones. They had sea and land. And you see that, speaking of which, it's all sky here. What do they say? The sky's the limit. You just got infinite possibilities. You've got the only rainbow in tarot indicating a promising future, which is all sky. And then you got the Three of Wands. Now, this card is attributed to the sun in Aries. Again, another card that's referencing partnerships. So it could be a sense of you wanting this renewal in relationships, this rebirth in relationships. If you're single, you're seeking relationships. You want to see what's out there. I mean, the sky is the limit, right? The sky is the limit. But again, all this man wants, all he wants is to leave his village and to go explore. Not only explore, but do a lot of self-discovery too. Okay? Discover himself. That's what they did in the medieval times, you know, from their village. When they leave their village, it's all that, like, who am I energy, right? So it's a big thing for you this month. It's a really big thing. And then there you go with the Hanged Man in your final or in your future. So the Hanged Man, remember how I said this month is going to be a really big month for you in terms of you having this rebirth energy, this moment of clarity. What do I want? Who am I? A lot of spiritual awareness, spiritual awakening. Well, you just got the Hanged Man, okay? The Hanged Man comes right before the Death card, which is all about transformation. Big transformation, mind you. And he's preparing himself for that transformation. So I actually really love this for you, Libra. It says that there is this potential where you are going to be surrendering things, okay? Unrooting things that no longer serve you well. Because this man, you can see, he's hanged himself upside down. Yes, that's right. He put himself there, okay? In a very dramatic way. Because he wants to see the world in a different way. He wants to have a new perspective before he goes into this transformation. He doesn't want to transform, bringing all his baggage. He wants to start anew. Remember, I said that rebirth energy is a big thing. And in order to do that, you've got to make that sacrifice. You've got to let go of the things that you no longer need, okay? You see the halo around his head. You see the smile on his face. That's enlightenment there, okay? So prepare yourself. Do what you need to do that reflection, that introspection, to have this change that you want. Because that is the biggest thing here. New beginnings. New beginnings. You're about to have transformation. New beginnings. I mean, you see where you're going with this, right, Libra? So it is a great spread. You have a lot of newness going on here. But there is, again, the only thing that it's just make sure that you take control of Mars, okay? That's the main thing. Is just make sure that you take control of Mars with the balance, okay? A lot of it could be family too. There could be some family stuff actually going on where you need to be the peacemaker in a family situation this month. Keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, like I said, you may be in your head a lot this month because of Mercury and Virgo in your 12th house. And you did get the Five of Swords in your crown. All right. So it's really just having those moments to have that clarity. You want to have that clarity. You don't want to be the unpopular person in a certain situation if it is in your external world. But again, the deeper message coming through is up here. All right. And making sure that you choose the best path for you. Okay. Really direct that energy in terms of what you want to manifest, because you can have it all here. You can have it all. Let's get to your staff. Libra, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I want to hear from you. I love hearing from y'all. Tell me something funny. Tell me a funny joke. Remember, I said Libras, y'all make me laugh. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So I am truly grateful. I do appreciate it. All right, Libra. So, wow. Wow. Libra, let's get started. You got the Five of Pentacles. Okay? When I say there's going to be a moment this month where you're going to have to unroot things, and you're going to have to think about your computer. All the things on your computer, all the things that are just taking up all that space on your screen, all those documents and files that you don't need, drag them into the trash and then hit that delete button, recycle button. Is it still recycle? I haven't paid attention. Shows how much I delete things. But clear house, okay? Because it does look like there is something that you really need to let go, and it's something that may be holding you back. All right, you did get the Five of Pentacles, and so the biggest energy that's coming up is that this is a card of severity, right? When you think about the Tree of Life, it is a challenge card and a conflict card. Where it comes up in your spread, there is a sense of you where it feels like something is holding you back and you can't shake it off. This is the month you have to shake it off. It's the perfect time. It's the perfect time. The way that trust me, it's a perfect time to let things go. Remember, you've got the Hanged Man in your future. Surrender, making that sacrifice, letting go of the things that no longer serve you, okay? Because when you do that, you'll be able to see your path a lot more clearly. All right, you'll be able to get a lot closer to the things that you want, and you'll have less blockages. All right, so identify the thing that may be holding you back, and it couldn't be up here. Okay, it can be up here. Remember, I said new perspective. He's found that new perspective. He's got a halo around his head, enlightenment. All right. So while you do have a great spread here with the Five of Swords in your crown, the Five of Pentacles showing up in your the first card in your staff, there definitely is something where it may be something you are, you need to let it go. It's hard for you to. Okay, it's hard, but you need to. All right, because it could just make things harder for you moving forward. So spend some time thinking about that. Remember, Mars and Libra is in your first house. Mercury and Virgo is in your 12th house. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect time to dig deep and surrender those things that are just taking up too much headspace. Okay, because you have a great spread. Now, you have the Eight of Pentacles in your external factors area. There is a sense of you really just being so laser focused in terms of what you want for your future, okay? Building your legacy, going toward your legacy, going toward your goals, everything, your path to enlightenment. He is so hardworking, okay? So hardworking. And what I love about this card is attributed to Sun in Virgo. Remember, Mercury in Virgo, and we have that new moon in Virgo. We have a lot of activity in Virgo this month. So I love the fact that he came up, because this is Virgo is known to be like the hardworking, right? Really laser focused, attention to detail. Look at that. He even removed himself from his village to work on his pentacles. That's how devoted he is to building toward his legacy, to his goals, the finish line. All right. So I love that this came up. There is going to be a sense of you really laser focused on that in terms of what you have manifested or want to manifest. Now, a lot of it will be career, money related. But remember what I said, pentacles are earthbound too. So it could be something in your physical reality. Just remember, one thing that's going to happen for you, Libra, this month, and leave comments when it does. The type of month that you're going to have, you're going to discover something that you're really good at, that you didn't realize you were good at. Or there is something you know that you're really good at, but you haven't really used it or utilized it. But this is the month that you will, and you'll shine. And I love that. Okay. So it's almost like what I'm saying is that there is this skill that you have that it's almost like you may be shy about it, or you just don't think, like, internally you're not good enough or whatever, but it's going to come out this month. And I want to hear your comments when it does. Now, you did get the Four of Cups. Where it comes in your stuff and looking at your entire spread here, there's a sense of you that's just like, I don't want to be bored anymore. I want to feel alive. Okay? It's almost like you don't want to live a life of regrets, and you don't want to be in a position where you regret anything. So this is a big month for you. Okay? Really big month for you. Be very grounded too. With the things that you want to manifest, the things that you want to come to fruition, the things that you are passionate about, okay? And be willing to do it in a way where you're not closing yourself off with friends, with family, with groups you belong to, social networks. Don't close yourself off this month, okay? I don't think you want to either, but yeah, I mean, you do see him sitting there with his arms crossed under the tree, crossing off his heart. So it's something that you don't want to do, and it's almost also like there is again this sense of like something. You're going to have a month where they're going to be learning a lot and really maturing into this person that you didn't know you could be. Again, that rebirth energy is so strong, okay? So I really love that. And I'm not saying that any of y'all are like immature or whatever. What I mean is that like there is going to be this part of you that you embrace, that you're just like it's almost like that anything that's possible is going to like be a big thing for you, and you're going to really believe it. Now, you got the Lovers and your final outcome. So, the fact that I said over and over and over again that relationships and partnerships is going to be a big deal for you, okay? Here's your affirmation. The other thing that I said is that this is going to be a big month of you, and you going deep, and you having this rebirth, and you having this sense of like identity, searching your identity. Who am I? What do I want? This is also that as well. This is Trinity at play here. You see Archangel Raphael. He's the one who's gifting the love. He's the healer. All right. He's gifting the love to, we'll call them Adam and Eve. All right. They're, it's up to them to decide what to do with it, okay? And so, again, there is going to be some sort of decision where you may have to make around relationships It's a big deal. Remember, you got the 3 of Wands in the root of your spread. So for a lot of Libras, that's going to resonate because this card is ruled by Aries, which is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. And we have that full moon in Aries at the end of the month as well. But and then there's relationships with this card. But anyway, even still, the other thing is you can see Adam looking at Eve, Eve looking at the archangel. That's conscious, subconscious, superconscious. That's Trinity at play here. You can see the subconscious looking at the superconscious. Remember what I said, all that activity in your subconscious this month. It's you connecting with the superconscious, which is love, transcending time and space itself. So this is a lot of self-love too. Choose to love yourself. And there is likely going to be something that has to do with partnerships and relationships, whether work, whether love. All right. So keep that in mind. Really big month for you, Libra. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But it's all about you and you making it possible. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Libra, it's going to be a big month for you. So as I promised, I break it down week by week to let you know what's going on every week this month. Now, the first week of September, Venus finally goes direct. We love that. Venus has been in your 11th house, like I said, your social network, friends, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. So you could have been thinking a lot about that, where you fit in those kind of places, even like reevaluating friendships as well. It is also your hopes, wishes, and dreams and goals as well. So you could have had like a pretty big deep dive. Is this what I want? Is this what I want to do? And now that Venus is going direct, like, oh shoot, you have that clarity. And remember, you got the Magician. So the Magician is, sorry, I dropped all my cards here. So you do know that. So yeah, with it's happening at the same time that Venus is waking up. So that's a great thing. The other thing that's happening, Mercury is trining Jupiter on the 4th. This is big. This is like more nostalgic. That it's an amazing day. You can have a lot of luck in communicating the things that you want. You could hear really good news at this time. It's a very positive aspect, but very nostalgic because remember, Mercury is retrograde. Jupiter goes retrograde also on the 4th. We're going to talk about this mostly in the weekly reading, but just it just means that you don't have the full powers of Jupiter, but Jupiter, all the luck and fortune can come in other forms, like I said earlier. So it just you maybe discovering things that you may have abandoned or even forgotten about. There could be some sort of surprising luck that comes around with Jupiter retrograde. Sun conjuncting Mercury on the 6th. This is a major Kazemi. It's really like moment of clarity, right? Moment of truth. It's like your reasoning is going to be clear. You'll have a light bulb moment around things. It's a great time to meet new people, to share ideas. And then we come to the sun trining Jupiter on the 8th. I hope you've marked that in your calendar already. It's the best day of the month, the luckiest day of the month, one of the best days of the year. Okay. This is very optimistic. It's a very optimistic day. It's all about growth, personal growth, overcoming setbacks, challenges, really ascending and aspiring for the things that you want. A lot of success for the things that you're focusing on too. So Libra, with that said, let's see what's going on for you for the first week of September. You have the 9 of Swords, which is very interesting, okay? Very interesting because let's just say you're not the only sign that has gotten this in the first week, okay? Not in any other place, but the first week, okay? First week of September. Now, one thing that I want to remind you is that in the first week of September, we're under the umbrella, under the shadow of that full moon in Pisces that happened, okay? And that was a deep full moon, okay? The thing about that full moon, it was in your sixth house of everyday activities, habits, routines, even health or whatever. So there could have been some sort of closure or conclusion around that, but there could have been things that ended for you that you may have not been happy about as well. But here's the thing. With the Nine of Swords, there is this sense of, look at him with his hands over his face. It's really like a place where is he grieving? Is he mourning? Did someone do something bad to him? Did he do something bad? Is he regretting something? These are questions you should ask yourself because this is you. Now, this card, like any other card, we were gifted free will. He has the choice, all right? He has a choice to sit there in bed feeling sorry for himself, feeling guilty, remorseful, self-pity, all of that, okay? All of those, energies that are associated with this card. Or he can get out of bed and face tomorrow. He can get out of bed and take control of his life. He can I'm going to show you something. The comforter. Look at the beautiful roses, right? Can you smell the roses? And all the amazing astrological symbols in the comforter. There's so much comfort in that comforter. So he's comfortable in that bed, feeling sorry for himself and being in this low energy frequency. Or he'll find a lot of comfort getting out of bed. It's your choice, okay? So keep that in mind that it really is, again, I'm with the fact that you do have Mercury and Virgo in your 12th house. That's going to be a big thing for you. You're going to be quite likely and with Mars in Libra, you're going to be in your head a lot this month. You're going to be asking big questions for approaching birthday season. I'll even clarify that one for you. All right. I'll clarify that one for you. But so it's so funny because I'm not surprised that, or I am surprised that it's come up so much, literally the first week for a lot of not anywhere else. Isn't that crazy? Okay. So you got the Seven of Swords and the Two of Cups. Definitely relationships or partnerships or a friendship. Remember, Venus was retrograde in Leo, like I said. It could have been like a fight that you had with a friend or an ending with a friend or, maybe a friend moved away or there could have been something that had to do with that. If not, because the Two of Cups is platonic as well, and that's a big energy that's coming up first. But it could be relationship matters. Again, remember how heavily themed your reading is in terms of relationships. So there could have been an ending to a relationship, a fight in a relationship, whether work, career, business, or love, okay? But there is something where you will have to move forward now. And it could have been someone that did something that was very underhanded, like maybe lied to you or like cheated on you or did something that was just not cool. But it could have been you too, okay, Libra? And that's why you're regretting it. But again, face tomorrow and every challenge has a solution. So think about what it is that you want to do to fix that. But it looks like you are going to be moving forward in a big way. So that's the good news, okay? You just have to be willing to get out of bed for that. You have to be willing to take action. Mars is all about action, okay? Mars in Libra, the native ruler of relationships and partnerships, but the North Node moving into Aries in your 7th house. So very interesting here. Very interesting here. So keep that in mind. Just take action. But looking at the rest of your spread, it's still very good, okay? It's just the first week, you just may have to recognize something that if something did happen, take action for it, okay? And you you could get back together, you could kiss and make up, you could find a new partner. There's a lot of good things that will come out of this. All right. So for the second week of September, we have that new moon in Virgo. Exciting new moon. Okay. That's on the 14th. I said Uranus is very harmonious, bringing surprises. Uranus is the planet of surprises, but the next day the sun trines Uranus. So there's going to be a lot of surprises this week, okay? Mercury is going direct as well. So let's see what's going on for you, Libra, for the second week of September. You're good. You get out of that bed, you get whatever you want. Libra, get out of that bed. Get out of that bed. You got the Empress here, okay? So you're really good. This is living life through pleasure, through passion, a lot of sexuality, a lot of sensuality. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be great. You do see the symbol of Venus in her throne, okay? Or I'm sorry, in stone-shaped heart here. So this is love. This is money. This is creativity. But this is beautiful. This is also the birth of new things, okay? So a lot of new things happening. All right. So you get out of the bed. You got a lot to look forward to, okay? The Empress is a goddess, not a priestess, not a queen. This is huge, all right? And again, 3, creation, new things. You already got the 3 of Wands in the root of your spread. So I really love this for you. This is absolutely amazing. So expect a lot of abundance, okay? She does hold the golden scepter that creates all that abundance and richness and fertility and growth. And this is absolutely amazing. So your life will start changing, okay? The second week. Now, the third week, Sun trining Pluto. This is a very powerful day. And I want you to know that it can be pretty intense, but it's the Sun trining Pluto. So it's a great, intense day. Just, you'll feel it for sure. And we'll talk more about this in the weekly reading, but there may be some activity around family again around that time. Now, the sun is moving into your sign on the 23rd, and so that is the same day as the autumn equinox. It's going to be fall here in Brooklyn, in the Northern Hemisphere, but y'all, the most important thing, it's your birthday season, so happy birthday, all right? Libra, sun moving into your sign. We'll talk more about that when the time comes for the weekly reading, but let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for the third week of September. You got the 5 of Wands, all right? So you got to get out of your head. You have to get out of your head. There is going to be a sense of you. Remember, I'm honestly, this Mars and Libra energy, just manage to contain it. Okay, manage to control it. You'll be fine. There could be. So that family energy is really strong. Keep that in mind. The family, there could be some sort of conflict with family around this time, but this is the least severe of the like 5s. So it's almost like not even worth your time. It's just like a trivial, like, why are we even, right? Like, so again, it can be, I am getting an energy of like, a lot of it could be just like in your head, like there's like a tug of war energy, but there could be in your physical world, especially with family. Career could resonate for a lot of y'all, but family is the biggest thing that's coming up, where it could even be your children that are fighting, and you have to be the peacemaker at this time. I'll even clarify this one for you too, Libra, because it is your birthday week. But yeah, there just could be something where it's just like child's play. It's like, why is this even happening? A lot of egos at play. So keep that in mind. Just, you want to keep everyone in check. You want to keep that kayak balance, but clarifying that for you. Yeah, you got the Hierophant. You're good. It's like Mars is going to be throwing curveballs at you, okay? And you're going to have to just handle it and control it, and you'll be fine. The Hierophant is very, spiritual here, okay? He's a connector between the divine, our physical world. He is full of this deep, sacred knowledge and wisdom. Big thing here, right? Wisdom. He is between the two great columns there, gray and tarot's wisdom. So, whatever this situation is, someone has to stand up and say, y'all, come on. We need to get along. Because he is very influential, all right? You see, there's two other people in this card. This is the first card in the major arcanas where other people appear. So when you have that deep sacred knowledge and wisdom and influence, you pass it along to others, right? So again, coming after the Five of Wands, if there is any sort of like conflict or arguments or not seeing eye to eye within your orbit, it could be like family is a big energy, but it could be work, it could be colleagues, or even a partner. There's a sense of like stepping up and saying, y'all, because you're the one that's spreading this wisdom, you're the one that people listen to, okay? And also, again, if it's in your head, if you're having this tug of war, like internal like battle, it's you tapping into your intuition, okay? Really, really going spiritual, all right? This really going deep, all right? And that's going to help the most. So with the last week, we have that full moon in Aries. That is the biggest thing. We have the Mercury trine Jupiter again on the 25th. So that's the second one that we have in the month. So we are so lucky. And then we have Mercury trining Uranus. That's just creativity overload. I love that one. Again, we're going to talk about all of these during the weekly readings, but that full moon in Aries is a big thing, okay? Mars is actually, Venus is pretty much fully awake at this point, and Mars is really harmonious with Venus at this time. They're dancing, they're doing the electric slide in the sky, or maybe some like a slow dance, actually. So, really good time actually for relationships. But let's see what's going on for you, Libra, for the last week of September. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, you're there's like ebb and flow. You know what? You're gonna have a great month. There's gonna be a couple things that happen that could mostly be up here of you really having this internal like, who am I? What do I want? Uh, I changes in my life. Remember, Uranus and Jupiter are in your eighth house, which is all about death and rebirth and transformation anyway. So you are going through a transformative year, but this is a big, big month where that's going to happen, and this is the biggest month of change for you, and you're going to feel the most of it toward the end of the month. Where I said the last two weeks are the best, weeks of the month, but you just got the world, okay? You're starting a brand new, like, this is the world. We've come to the end of the major arcanas, the end of the fool's journey, the hero's journey. Like, you see the dancing figure, right? So this is so funny because look what we started off with. Card one, the magician. Look what we're ending with, the world, okay? Libra, this is big. This is huge. This month is going to be a big journey for you. Now, here's the thing about the world. When I say we've come to the end of the major arcanas, you see that the dancing figure is inside the garland here, referencing the Fool because it's zero, okay? Or shaped as a zero. Now, you're starting this new cycle, this brand new cycle in your life. You are going to have this life change. Like, your life is starting to shift in a big way. Now, remember what I said. There are going to be some challenges that you're going to have to control, okay? It's your duty. It's your job. Here's the thing. All through the major arcana, all through your journey, all right? That's actually, even for this month, with the magician, we're kicking off with the magician. Through the major arcanas, through the fool's journey, through your hero's journey, there are all those polarities. There's all those dualities. There's all those up and downs This is the merging of them all. This is the union of it all. This is even the dancing figure is referred to as Hermaphroditus, the child of Hermes and Aphrodite. So it's also the merging of masculine and feminine. So this is such a beautiful, glorious, wonderful card and moment, the last week of September. And then you're entering this brand new, like, come on, come on. Everything's changing for you. You have the Hanged Man in your future. Remember, I said that comes right before the Death card, transformation, right? And then you have the Lovers in your final outcome. This is a lot of like deep diving into like self-love, but also making decisions and choices in relationships. Relationships is a big thing for you. You have the Empress here, but don't forget, in the heart of your spread, you have the 10 of Cups. So this is absolutely going to be a great month for you, but you will be in your head. Moments of you being in your head when you are unroot things. Remember, a lot of it is all about letting things go so you can move forward. Okay, Libra? So with that said, I've gone way over on your reading. I'm going to let you go. Libra, thanks so much for being here. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and I will, if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.